Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jonathan Heath, and I am here on behalf of my team, Team Woodkings, to present our game Cyber Raid in its current line. I am recording my narration after the playthrough due to technical issues while recording, so I will attempt to fill you in when important things happen on screen and not talk too much, as well as my voice is going due to being sick in this wonderful time. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I've tweaked the sound on the edit in order to hear my voice a little bit better. I do like this music that's going on. However, I'm not too fond of how the bars automatically set it to mute when you first activate it. The way we set up our levels now is level, boss, level, boss. So I'm going to go through each transition. This one starting off with the dragon transition, which goes into the tutorial level. Excuse me. Enemies inside the cages are not needed to progress. And explosion sounds are still a little loud. And I figured out this trick, unfortunately. Open one door, open another, grab it, run, and walk backwards. You should be okay for the zombies to not hit you. Now walk backwards. Gauntlet. Issue I've seen in Gauntlet is the sensitivity is a little wonky. Still, in this one over other stages. Why is it in this only stage? I do not know. Let's get ammo to expedite this. It may be a good idea to either dull down Gauntlet or make Gauntlet a level in future transitions, not an early level, so players have access to better weapons to handle this stray of zombies. And I've recently... That's the shotgun. We recently added code to our zombies. As you notice, that one didn't spawn anything, and the reason for that is it checks to see if it has health or armor. If armor equals full, it checks for armor, and if armor is full, then it checks for health, and if both of them are full, then it might not spawn anything. It also spawns weapons, so it depends on what happens. Notice here I took damage. And notice ammo still has a chance to spawn. And notice that armor spawned, and that box around it is an indicator. We programmed our collectibles to disappear within 5 seconds, and through further play testing, I do believe that I might want to increase that time frame to an increased bit, maybe another 5 seconds, so making it even 10 seconds before it goes. Notice the missing texture, once again over the exit sign. Falling in, loading screen. Now to the dragon. And I cheesed him a little bit. The laser still needs to be balanced significantly. It is still overpowered like crazy. Luckily I ran out of ammo here, and it's still a pretty standard fight, however, no reference. That is, unfortunately, the same no reference that's been hitting us for a while. I think it's an easy fix, but I need to speak to Francis in regards to it, because the moment he hits that no reference, he becomes vital and will be easy to kill. So it needs to be fixed or he's broken. Get the shotgun. Now we will transition into the I-core transition. Alright. A little bogged down here, I think, once again. Really difficult to aim. Extremely difficult. I'm jerking my targets because of just how either fast or slow. We need to find a consistent balance between our weapons and movement. And this took me a while to set up. Not to mention the fact that I forgot that is there.
3, 2, 1.
Also, notice the feedback.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I was having a lot of issues there because of the funkiness of the controls. It's just bogged down. I can't tell if that was my system or what. So I used a strike.
3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1.
But I know that would agitate gamers in playing this level.
4, 3,
They don't clip
2,
as often as they
1.
used to. I still gotta figure out how to make them not clip. There we go.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Should probably change the textures in the other level to match these textures. That's an aesthetic change. The armor. Terminator definitely worked better in this level than he did in the previous level. They seem to be less cooperative than yesterday. Notice the feedback when you pick it up. Notice the feedback when you get the armor. Like I said, I missed that ammo box way too quick. 5 seconds maybe too quick, so I'm gonna try 10 seconds. But, I don't know, I may have to tweak the animation to represent that, or keep it as is. Just loop the animation over again. This boss, Tofu, has been improved. Now, feedback needs to be added to let the player know, hey, shoot that box first, and this boss becomes easier. Because now he has a weak point exposed, you can pound him to grab. Alright. And I-core is still absolutely, is broken. For some reason, I-core can't take damage. So, I'm not spending too much time here to explain the fact that he can't take damage. That will need to be fixed during our code freeze factor. Alright, this is one of the levels I personally worked on. So one of the things I'm planning to do in future builds is I'm going to add locking doors right after the gun that you see above you. And I'm going to make it so the player has to destroy the howitzer gun that's firing on them from above before they can transition farther. There's a blind spot that I purposely put there, and when the player gets too close to the gun, then he can't be fired at by the gun, and the other gun can't reach him. Terminators are spawning too quick. I got them set for about a 40-second spawn rate. I think I'm going to bump that up to 60 seconds. The grenade launcher is becoming more effective, but the AoE might be... Oh, good song. Might be a little too... big. And for some reason he's clipping through walls now, and I think that's because of the change between get raw and get axis in terms of his movement that we recently did. And it's like if he hits it at a certain angle, and it seems like it's only the big ones, so I might remove the big walls. And they do spawn weird for the rotation if the rigid body, if they're in the air when they spawn. So, let's see. Seems like if he goes a certain speed too, he can clip it through. So, I cut out the cutscene, got rid of the cutscene because both it eliminated flow and it was... Nobody else has a cutscene right now, and I found out it's causing some errors, so best to remove it. It was added. Not really needed. And I'll be making a big change to this level as well. There was a idea that was popped in my head. Thank you, Francis, for putting the breakable walls in front of the vehicle, and then the Valkyrie will shoot them down before transitioning.
Target locked.
Because the problem I've been having is the player will progress farther than the Valkyrie.
Target locked.
Because he moves way quicker.
Locked.
I may bump up the health on the Valkyrie.
Locked.
I'm gonna
Target
keep it as
locked.
is.
Target locked.
Terminators in this level work pretty decently. They're not stuck behind one of the objective points, but for the most part, they're working as planned. Oh, I think I see it. And laser. Overpowered. Still needs to be significantly balanced. The laser just destroys everything.
Target locked. Locked.
Thought I added a code to make the breakable walls disappear. I did, but it looks like sometimes they disappear. So I gotta look into that.
Target.
I'm getting null references when the Terminator spawn, and I think that's related to their patrol spots. So I'll have to tweak that in the future. But I can't remove that functionality. Other things.
Target locked.
Please, let's get rid of this song. I hate that song.
Target. 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 Locked.
And I added the aura around the exit.
Locked.
The balls. I should get. We're getting rid of those spheres. I usually like to use green doors to represent. And once again, laser powered. Here's a null reference. It's supposed to be destroyed with the Valkyrie, and I don't know why that didn't happen. I'll square that away next time in future builds. And that is currently all available. Oh, I apologize. Next is the chainsaw progression path that will be added, and in future builds you won't be selecting each one and then going back to the main menu. It'll be transitioning to and from, unless we choose to go the Mega Man route that we're planning, where the player can choose which one to go to first, which one to go to second, which one to go through second, and so on. And I get no references here, and you'll see me check them. And I think the reason I'm getting no references on the spawn endo script is because once the Terminators spawn, the trigger is then null. Or, excuse me, the array that holds the spawn points is then null. So, pretty sure I'm getting those because the player is stepping back into the trigger after the trigger has already been activated the first time. So I will be rectifying that by destroying the trigger once the player leaves it. I'll make sure that works. That'll be also on my to-do list. It's a lot of tweaking tomorrow, If I don't get to tweaking all of it, because tomorrow is our last day before code freeze, I will definitely get it to it on Tuesday and Wednesday, our final days before submission. And up we go. The area of effect has become more consistent, and level ends here. Future me, put exit sign up there. This is one of the next transition levels into the chainsaw. This level is mental note 2. The lasers reactivate before the sound effect ends, and it gives the wrong impression.
3, 2, 1.
The level's too short too, and maybe I need to bring the explosion down a little bit because it knocked out that entire group in one shot. And yes, I expect it to be an AoE attack, but that may be too much. And his body is jittery because he has a rigid body, and the explosions react to rigid bodies. So I need to add code to prevent that from happening. I did it with anything tagged enemy. He's tagged boss, so I need to tag him. So I need to code, and I'd recommend turning his collider off after that. And then, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That was the final level created at this time. There will be another level that will be activated in this coming up milestone for the tank progression path, which will be coming up next round. I've still got to do some tweaks to the tank as well. So, other than that, that is our spill, ladies and gentlemen. Any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to contact myself or my team. Once again, please have a good day, and as always, fair winds and following seas.